Isn't the dog a puppy and therefore requires a lot of attention?
Our dog, it's half husky, and so because because of that, I didn't know, Ruben, that you have to walk this dog like a couple times a day. Um, I've been reading up on it. I don't think you have. Well, it's a runner, huskies run, and so she loves. I watch her. I watch her in the backyard, and she runs and runs. And so, if you're asking who's the responsibility, I think you might be asking that because I'm half disabled here right now. But Kimberly has been doing the bulk of it. However, Orion has done it a few times. He did it today. He walks her. He's the one who found her, so we kind of say, "Hey, you found this dog. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
cooperate." And he has been. He's a little upset because we named her.
Let me
You know.
let me take the dog out. Can I spend time with your dog? Please let me walk your dog.
Are you talking
I
about you?
love dog. Please, if you want me to walk your dog, let me walk your dog. Give me an opportunity. I love dogs.
Are you talking
Are you kidding me?
that's the way Orion should respond, or is that what you're saying?
No, that's the way Ruben's responding. I want to walk
When
your dog
when did this
because I
happen? I didn't know
love
you were a
pets.
dog lover.
Oh no, you don't remember me walking your dog for a week, spending
Oh
taking
yeah,
care of
yeah,
your
yeah. You
house for a
did.
week, and
Oh, hey,
I
no,
walked your
hey.
dog.
Oh, listen. Yeah.
I love dogs. Welcome to the show that discusses news items about teaching, among other things. And we want to discuss this item in from Las Vegas of this teacher substitute named Raquan Smith. The video has gone viral. It's as disturbing a video as you're gonna see. And so it's basically a teacher. He looks like he's 6'3", or maybe the student's just really small. Maybe
No, I think he's tall.
he's a tall guy. And so he gets into a fight with one of the students there, and he knocks him out. It's a knockout. And so the Clark County School District, as a reaction, as a response to this, has removed him from the substitute pool. This sub has been arrested, and uh, before I give you my opinion about this, there is a rumor, unsubstantiated, but I feel like I need to address it, that the student had called this substitute teacher the N-word. So just to
Well,
give,
can I just say something real quick?
yes,
I think that's fine. It's a rumor. That's not substantiated, but I did see another version of the video, and the kid, as the teacher's being walking away, he tells him, "You're going to jail," and tells him,
oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's a different video. I'm sorry. I just
Okay,
saw it recently, and I'm
okay,
like, whoa."
there
So
you
he did
go.
say it to him at least once, maybe not I think he probably did twice.
So let me just say we are a teaching channel, so we're going to take the lens. We're going to look this, at least for me, I'm going to look through the lens of a teacher. Don't knock out your students. I hope we can all agree on that. Don't get into fistfights with your students. Now, worst comes to worst, a student says something wildly inappropriate to you. You have um, you have choices to make. You have to sit. There are ways to handle this that are far different than the idea of getting into a fight, right? First of all, we've talked about this idea of controlling yourself. These are kids. Some of them are incredibly immature. Of course, we're not defending our students' behaviors. Sometimes we see some really inappropriate behaviors. I wouldn't say often. I mean, it's not like a battlefield out there. When people see these viral videos, they think you and I are walking into like people pulling out guns and throwing fists out, shouting the N words in the hallways. This is very rare stuff, first of all. But remember who you're dealing with sometimes. Some of these students don't even have normal functioning families. Some of these students have are operating on little sleep sometimes. I had a student who was up all night playing video games, and you could see it in his eyes. He just came in like a zombie. He's not working in a normal framework, normal, circadian rhythm framework that all of us have typical 8 hours of sleep. Think about these things. A student says something, you remove them. Give them a warning. You have to have steps in place. This is a crazy thing. This was going to follow this man for the rest of his life. He's never going to get a job in the school system, probably. If the student presses charges, he could be in for a felony and face jail time. It is not worth it. And it's worth encouraging you to get control of your emotions and make sure there's protocols and step, in place of what you're going to do with the student who acts out either verbally or otherwise. So what's your take on
Yeah, I think you're going to have at least one situation in your career, maybe not as intense as this, but where you're going to get your ire up, going to be upset. I did mention this story to my students today, Ruben, and they were like, I said, well, it appears that he might have used the N-word to his teacher, his tall teacher, and he's a substitute teacher, I find out, right? And even so, it doesn't matter if he's a substitute or a regular teacher, he's still the adult in the room. And so the kids are like, oh no, this kid should go to jail right away. None of them were like, oh, well, he used the N-word. I was expecting that, but I shouldn't have shortchanged my students because they were like, no, you don't hit you don't hit a kid. And I said, yeah, I agree with you. I think this guy's done with his career, at least in teaching field. And it does hear that in the article that he's not going to be hired by that district. And I'm sure nobody else is going to hire somebody who's hitting it. And he wasn't just tapping the kid, like you said. He knocked him out, knocked him down. I saw the kid's head hit the floor. We find out later that he goes to the doctor. To doctor. I'm not even sure if he spent the night there. Probably did. And who knows if he got concussion or whatever. And then he slaps him again while he's down, and saying things to him, whatever. It's like a bully, you could beat up any little kid, and this kid was much smaller. It's easy to bully other kids. Now, yes, kids are going to say ugly things. We had an episode, right, Ruben, where we said ugly things that students say to us over the years. And, no one's ever called me like a wetback or anything dirty, ugly like that. But if they did, I'm not going after them physically. Not especially I couldn't catch them, the way I walk. But even if I did, I would never touch them. Never. I had one kid once. I think I might have mentioned this on this podcast, where a student was coming at me after school because he failed a paper because he was plagiarizing, and I really believed that he was coming to come and hit me. So I was ready, thinking, oh, I probably should defend myself. Right away, I'm thinking I can't let him beat. I don't know what he's going to do to me. So he got to a point where he stopped. He probably figured out I better not hit this teacher. But I really, really believed he was going to hit me. So that was one time in my career. I don't think you're going to get more than one time, or even maybe not one time, but you're going to get some situation where you're going to get angry. I saw one kid bullying another kid. Oh, it was a kid who was bullying an autistic child, kid who had autism. I was infuriated because I have a son, right, who has autism. I just told that kid, just get off him. But yeah, you have to control your emotions. You can't let that go. You have to remember who's the adult, who's the child, and there's never an excuse to hit a child. But yeah, it was hard to see. I actually, if you're gonna look at, if our audience is gonna look at it, be careful because it's pretty real there. I mean, seeing a kid get hit like that, it's not fun. But yeah, it was ugly, very ugly.
Okay, thank you very much for that. This is yeah, don't hit your student.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, guys. Press that button.
Yes, thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.